Hey, this is Jeremy of Red Hawk Coaching, and in this module, we're going to talk about the 4 things you can control. See, when we can get it in our head at the beginning, when we start our business, or even if we've been in the business 20 years, if we can get it in our head that we can only control a few things, it's going to be a much better outcome. We're going to be able to do a lot more in our business. We're going to go much further down the road. Yet if we think we can control everything, we're going to limit ourselves. We're going to not be the best that we can be in our business. And that also goes for our life as well. So when we start letting go of all those things and realizing these are the 4 things that we can control, I promise you, life will get better, business will get better, and you're going to see more results. So let's dive into those 4 things you can control. The first section we're going to dive into is getting a life. And what better place to start than understanding truly what we have control over? The quicker you learn this as a business owner, the quicker you learn to give up some of the control, the better things will get. You have to realize that the amount of people involved, and we're not even going to talk about the administrative side, with your broker and your colleagues. We're just focusing on the transaction itself. You've got agents involved in the transaction. You have maybe their assistants or teams, or maybe you have an inspector, or insurance agent, or title rep, or home warranty. I mean, there's several people that are going to be involved in a single transaction, and you can't control everything. There are 4 things you can control as a real estate business owner, and we're going to go through those today. And the quicker you can get to this, I think the further down the road you're going to get. First one is your activities. You get to choose your activities. Nobody's going to choose your activities for you. Nobody's going to call you and wake you up in the morning to tell you to get out of bed to do your lead generation. Lead generation just happens to be one of the most important activities you can be doing every single day in your business. Yet you get to choose that activity, and nobody's going to choose it for you. We're in a time right now where we're going through a pandemic, and I'm going to argue with you that there's always something that's going to be happening. I call it the X factor. It seems like every 2 or 3 years, something happens within the industry, and we can say, you know what, we're just going to go to the sidelines on this one. Yet, if we do, we're not going to be in business very long. I think back to when I was selling homes in 2008, 2010 was the height of the economic crisis here in the United States. There's a lot of people that left, yet every day I chose to get up and do the activities that were necessary to run my business. Nobody was going to hold my hand or tell me what I needed to do. I just need to get up and do it. And I got to choose those activities. And even when things might get tough, you can't run that 100-meter sprint in your business. Just focus on going forward. Put one foot in front of the other and keep moving forward. You cannot go backwards in this business. Know that you get to choose your activities. Now, next is mindset. Mindset's everything. When we think about mindset, we know that in business, they say that 90% is mindset. The other 10% is the activities that we involve ourselves in. And so mindset is really, really important. Everything starts with mindset. Everything. What are you feeding your mind? More importantly, what are the stories that you're telling yourself and you're listening to? You know what? You get to choose your mindset as soon as you get up from bed. As soon as that foot hits the floor, you can have already determined whether or not you're going to have a great day or a horrible day. You get to choose that. It all begins with mindset. The next one is what you focus on. And we'll take the current pandemic. We'll use that as an example. You could be watching the news right now and hearing, doesn't matter what station you're on, you can hear that the world is burning down and everything's collapsing. Yet you could choose to focus on that, or you could go choose to focus on doing the things that needs to happen in your business. Focus on your clients, focus on your customers, focus on the relationships that you have, focus on the wealth that you're building. You get to choose what you focus on and what you put your energy into. How are you filling your time? And we'll get into scheduling here in a little bit, yet you get to choose how you fill that time and what you do and focus on during that time. Last but not least is who you surround yourself with. Look at your current circumstances and ask yourself, are the 5 closest people that I'm currently surrounding myself with, are they people that are going to lift me up, or are they people that are going to tear me down? And I'm not the type of person that's going to say, cast those people to the wolves. I'm going to say, They can't be in your 3-foot circle. Go find those people that are going to help lift you up, pull you up. It could be a spouse, it could be friends, it could be family, it could be mentors, it could be a coach, it could be your broker. Find those people that are having success that you want to move your business to be like their business. So if they're successful, you want to be around those that are successful. Go put those people into your 3-foot circle. Stop hanging out with the people that are going to tear you down. Now, as a former office manager, and you could walk down the hall and you'd always see the same people. And when you walked into them, you'd ask them how they were doing. You already know how they were going to answer that question. It would be, woe is me, the world is bad, I'm not doing any transactions, I had another transaction fall apart. The common denominator was often them, right? Avoid those people. Go find the people that are solution oriented. They're looking to grow, right? Learners are earners. Go find those people, surround yourself with them, put them in your life, and great things will happen. So there are 4 things you can control, everything else you can't. It is your activities. It is your mindset. It is what you focus on, and it is who you surround yourself with. Now, there are a couple action steps in this session. The first thing I want you to do is download the 4 things you can control worksheet. I want you to work through those questions. Next, based on that exercise, I want you to go into, this is very important, I want you to go into our closed Facebook group, and I want you to share your thoughts. Maybe you were that person before that thought, well, I can control all these things, and by doing that, I can ensure that every transaction gets across the finish line. Maybe you were that person, and maybe after this, you might think a little bit differently about that. I want you to share in there how you feel about knowing now that there's only just a few things you can control, and by controlling those, I'm going to guarantee you can get pretty far down the road. So I look forward. We're going to be jumping in here shortly on our next video. We're going to look into scheduling and how important it is to schedule those things in your life, especially those activities we talked about. You get to choose those, scheduling those activities that drive your business, and also scheduling those activities that'll give you a great life. So I look forward to jumping into that next video with you. Yet don't forget to do the action steps for this activity. I'll see you in a few.